Hi everyone, this is Glass Arrow, and today I'm going to bring a new video of the review of variant play as Kai, the Joker designed by Tetsuya Nomura. He comes in a very big open box, the same one as the later play as Kai designed by Tetsuya Nomura Batman. In the front, you can see that he comes with very various accessories from the main Joker himself. The first thing you notice is there's a lot of different interchangeable heads, 8 to be total in fact, and also there's a very interesting looking mechanical arms and paws on this side. On the back of the box, here the art cover of the box show him is various poses from different heads and also using the arms in various heads. There is a little interesting story behind the box. It details on how the Joker goes into more insanity after the Batman went missing. In case anyone interesting, I think that Nomura is trying to create his own story and his own imagination of the Joker come to life in this figure. So now let's take a look inside. Okay, here he is, the Joker by Tetsuya Nomura, with a head swap for more iconic looking Joker face inspired from the Arkham series. Overall, the design of the main body looked clean and sleek with the same feeling from the comic style. The clothes are purple lavish, but they're within the established Joker color scheme. Okay, now let's put him out of the stand to take a closer look at his main body. He was nicely sculpted with great detail all around, and also the paint job in this figure looks very clean and mostly fit in nicely with the design. For the articulation, for the main body, his articulation is the same standard play as Kai joints. Starting with the head, he can move freely, and this will become a problem because with all the interchangeable heads, 7 to be total, you will be changing the heads a lot. But there is only one peg inside, so when you're changing the heads a lot, the peg may become loose in the future, and also there will be some scratch around the neck from pulling in and out of the head. So beware of that. Other than that, for the shoulder, he is limited by his shirt over here. Although it is a rubber plastic, there is still a lot of limit of his shoulder. For the elbow and the hand, normal standard play as Kai. His torso, he can flex in a little bit and extend a little bit also. A little bit limit movement of the torso also comparing to other play as Kai. And for the lower legs, very stiff joint as always for play as Kai. And in the back, here is where the mechanical exoskeleton arms attach to his back part of the body, and also the black cloth in his back. There is 2 flaps around here which can move a little bit up and down to create the feeling of like a wind pushing back. Next, for the main accessories, first, the head that comes inside the box is the Bandanna Head with the hat. There is a little bit quality control problems here because as you can see here, this peg is to join with this piece of cloth, but the problem is that the hole that I got from inside this piece is too small. It cannot stick inside this peg. So the solution is probably to increase the size of the hole in here, but that is a very bad quality control problem from the factory of Square Enix. I hope they will improve this sometimes in the future. But overall, for the head sculpt itself, it looks a little bit weird in a cool way and a kind of mystery looking for the Joker because this face you cannot see his eyes, just only the red piece of cloth in front of his face. Next is the red helmet, red hood. This also represents the first part of being the Joker from his quite a few original stories, such as from the original Killing Joke comic. Before becoming the Joker, the person behind put on this red hood and become the Red Hood before falling into the toxic tank and rise up becoming the Joker. The piece come in the red metallic style, which are cracking in the front, showing a very sinister looking feeling inside from the head. This one is a highly detailed ornate clown mask, which I got like a Final Fantasy vibe. He looks quite similar to the feeling like Kefka from Final Fantasy VI, and also the design is quite similar to those of the twin jesters Son and Torn from Final Fantasy IX. This one also have the face of the Joker inside. If you can see through the hole here, that is his face and the eyes inside. Very nicely sculpted and highly detailed. Okay, for this one is the old Joker with breathing mask life support and a soft neck collar to represent him in the old age, which we will use with the mechanical arms that can transform into like a hospital wheelchair to show the Joker in his before end of his life days. For this head, this is one of my most favorite ones among the 7 heads, the demonic looking Joker. The cool thing is that he can also move his jaws. We can show him like a cracking laughing, which I think create a lot of cool new evil looking personalities for the Joker himself. And the last one, the emo sinister looking head with spiky hairs, which is pretty much from the design of the Final Fantasy main characters Cloud Strife, showing that this Joker and Cloud have the same designer by Tetsuya Nomura. A very nice addition to the overall head sculpt of this set. Now for the main attractions from the box, we got this futuristic looking exoskeleton mechanical arms, which can transform into the wheelchair and pose in various forms depending on how you want to portray the Joker. The overall sculpt of this mechanical arms is quite fantastic, with the same level as the main body Joker himself. The color of like a gray metallic and some gold shiny part show in the highly detailed, which highlighted each color in the figure. The interesting of this arm is also it's very highly poseable due to a lot of many joints articulation inside this exoskeleton arm. Starting from the top, you can change the level height of the arms. It can be put down in like a walking by tripod way, and also use it like a grabbing hand weapon. And this toy can move back and forth almost 180 degrees. Below that, the two by tripod arms are the same thing, so let's look closely at one. Over here you can also move around here and can rotate 360 degrees of the tripod. For the tripod itself, there are two different legs. The same two ones in the back can only move in this joint and add the mechanical arms at the bottom, but one of them can also flex at the middle of the joint to create like a highly possible shooting out arms or becoming a leg. And also this thing can transform into the wheelchair. For other accessories, we also get extra set of interchangeable hands and additional parts for the claw arms of this exoskeleton. With the mechanical arms attached, you can pose him in a lot of different poses, creating like a chaotic presence from the Joker himself. But after playing with him from the arms and the joints, there is a lot of problem with this figure that you can see. First is the color different from different heads with his neck that I mentioned, and also the problem is that the mechanical arm is quite heavy, and although it balances on almost 6 legs, but when you try to pose him differently, it's quite difficult because the weight also always put all 3 arms downward. Other than that, this piece is quite interesting to play. In summary, the Joker by Tetsuya Nomura is a very intriguing action figure packed with full of cool interchangeable heads and the mechanical exoskeleton arms. I still think he lacks in choice for more iconic Joker accessories such as the Joker playing card, knife, and possibly a handgun. He is a blast and a lot of fun to play with, mixing and matching the head with your arms. But that features also raise another problem. Changing heads quite often can turn into a bit of a chore, and doing that too much can lead to loosening and breaking of the head and neck joints. The sculpting and paint job is at a very good quality, perfectly fit with the design, but I feel they can improve a bit with the different color between the head face and the neck. The final problem this figure has to do is with the price itself. Even though he comes in a lot of cool design, the asking price of almost at $300 is a pretty high for normal collectors. I think more reasonable price would be around $150 to $180 and maybe $200 tops. So, if you are a fan of Joker and love the crazy design from Tetsuya Nomura or his Final Fantasy design, make sure to look this Joker up and give him a chance. Thank you everyone for watching this video. If anyone has further questions, you can find me at Facebook, links below in the description. If you like what you just watched, please give this video a like and subscribe for more. Next review in line is Play As Kai Doctor Strange, which was also just released a few days ago. Glass Arrow out.